Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kevin and today we are going to be talking about the wasted world of League of Legends. League of Legends by Riot Games is a competitive MOBA game where two teams of 5 champions from the world of Runeterra face off in battle. This world is home to hundreds of interesting characters and locations that would be incredible to explore, but never will. Riot Games maintains ownership of so much lore, character, and world design, but rarely is explored through the game itself. If a player has to leave the game to understand the world, that's a problem. Many games encounter this problem where the story can only be found on an external website or hidden in item descriptions. Some may argue that providing story within a MOBA is just too difficult, so I will discuss some of my ideas. First off, I want to provide a brief overview on my history with the game. I've been playing League of Legends on and off for around 6 years now, playing both casually and competitively. I originally got into the game because all my friends were playing it, and at first, League overwhelmed me with its steep learning curve. Playing against people who knew the meta and all the character mechanics felt terrible when I knew very little. Fortunately, Smurf accounts were not as popular back then and I began to learn the game. Some of my friends taught me the meta and how to play each character, and eventually, I became skilled enough to play at a higher level. Soon enough, League was my go-to game. While waiting for friends to get online, I checked out the character lore pages. I became pretty interested in the content and enjoyed the mythos behind the cast of characters. Riot Games released cinematics for the game and sparked my interest in the characters and the world. Basically, every time I came back to League, I returned for the story. In recent years, Riot put a lot more focus into character story, producing many comics and in-game events pertaining to character lore. Month by month, the world just became more and more cohesive. I found myself not just interested in these characters, but also in the world they were from. I wanted to explore the islands of Ionia, and the deserts of Shurima, and the streets of Zaun. The League of Legends universe page on their website is still in beta, as much of their content is concept art with little descriptions for people to enjoy. However, the site also showcases very detailed interactive works with dedicated pages to locations and characters that include art, short stories, and some videos. Most recently, Riot released an interactive map of Runeterra. This map shows us the 3 main continents that we know of, and segments them up into different nations that control these lands. When exploring each nation, we can view a small 3D model of the capital and engage with stories about their history, along with some other points of interest that may pertain to major events in the history of Runeterra or notable characters from the game. The world is cohesive, but only within concept art, short stories, and short videos. However, we shouldn't deem the work of these artists and writers as cheap because it remains of such small scale. I'm sure the writers and artists would want to work on a game about Runeterra if Riot made it possible. It could just be so much more. We could put this art, this story, into League of Legends or even its own game, separate from the MOBA. Let's first take a look at how Riot has integrated their story into League of Legends. The main map in the game, Summoner's Rift, is where players, known as summoners, produce avatars to fight. The battles on the Rift decide political decisions on the continent. The Rift is located near the Iron Spike Mountains between Freljord and Demacia, meaning it persists within the world space of Runeterra. Never mind that this system creates many plot holes in the world, it is simply a means to explain the game's existence and lore. I appreciate the representation of the world within the game. It helps me believe that I am taking place in a battle that may have occurred. However, when I play a character like Kha'Zix, I ask myself, why a creature from the depths of the void currently battles in Freljord? Yes, Kha'Zix was summoned by me, the summoner, but that disconnects me from the character even more. The game shouldn't be changed mechanically for the sake of story, as this is a competitive game, though the random weekly game modes or events could provide a bit more of an immersive experience. Maybe a limited time game mode where on Bilgewater Bridge, you can only play characters from Bilgewater. This would be similar to how Overwatch did their Uprising and Retribution events. Or maybe there could be personalized story tutorials for each character that could play through some sort of event in their life, all while teaching you how to play the character effectively. Even if Riot implemented this into League, their world would still be lacking. I want to see the world explored through meaningful gameplay, but League will never get a campaign mode similar to Warcraft or Starcraft. If Riot wants to keep delving into this world's lore, they should produce a full game separate from League. Imagine an MMO where you explore Runeterra alongside your favorite champions, or a more personal RPG where you play as a new character that involves himself in the entire world of Runeterra. Riot has the potential to make a game with stakes I care about within a setting I love. In a match of League, no story advances, you just repeat the same competitive play over and over. However, when I read the short stories, I care about the relationships between the characters and their history. Let players finally have an impact on them. Right now, Riot uses their story and lore to get people interested in playing the characters and buying their skins. The League of Legends teams will write lore for their skins to motivate sales. Most recently, League held their God Kings event where Darius and Garen became gods and warred over the world. The players interacted with this story by choosing who they wanted as king. A majority chose Darius's rank, so he won the God King war, which changes nothing, cause it's not canon. This leaves no impact on the world or the story, so it cheapens the agency the player feels. Right, you tell good stories, but you are horrible at letting the player be a part of that story. If you write a book, I'll probably read it, but I'm a gamer at heart, so please, make a game where I play in this beautiful world of Runeterra. I would hate to see it go to waste. Thank you all so much for watching. This is my first video essay I've done, and I have no idea how it went, and I'm kind of just winging this ending here. So if you'd like to see more videos like this, please let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you thought of my opinions in this essay, and leave some of your own opinions down below as well. Thanks for watching. See you next time.